Hey Dragon fam, welcome back. So everybody knows that when you have OpenGrid, you have screw holes. So you need a drill. But what if you're a renter and you don't want to put holes in your wall or can't? What if you're in a dorm room? What if you want to put them on your kitchen cabinets and you don't want to drill through the front? So today we're going to talk about 5 easy ways to get around needing the drill. Okay, so first up, we're going to start with the offset wall mount stabilization project by, sorry, you're going to have to bear with me here, Niang 888. I'll have all the links because me saying people's usernames is pathetic. Anyhow, so you got your OpenGrid, and then you've got these nice little connectors which have a hole in them, so you can use it with a drill, but you don't need to. So what these do is these snap in to any OpenGrid like such, but as you can see, it leaves a little gap between the wall. Let me just use this. Leaves a gap between the wall and the OpenGrid. So why would you want that? Well, if you have cords that you want to run down, so if you want to plug in USB devices and have the cords running behind your OpenGrid wall, you can do that. My personal favorite is you can run LED strips behind these, and that way the LEDs are recessed behind your OpenGrid wall. So depending on how much of a gap you need, depends on which one. So there's a tall, a medium, and a short one. So all these do is they are going to give you some clearance behind your OpenGrid. And if you don't want to use the provided drill holes, you can use double stick tape or command strips as you see fit. So, but it gives you a nice gap behind it. So especially if you've got things that you want to run behind for, tool sets or whatever, great idea. So number 2 is the adhesive locking wall mounts with Multiconnect. Well, that's a mouthful. By Dickens. So this is a really nice system. So it comes in all sorts of different panels, and it simply just snaps in like such. There we go. So you've got this flat area, and then you can put adhesive strips on there or command strips, whichever you want, double stick tape. It gives you a nice clean look, and then it comes with these turn connectors, and you just snap these in like such, and then turn them, and that forces it to lock it. And then they were even nice enough to create these little covers, which then will snap over top of the turned key. I don't have a screwdriver here to turn it, so but these little pieces go over top. My big finger's out of the way, like that. So you can see, basically, it just gives you a flat panel to it, so you don't have to look at the screw hole. So easy to do, nice big flat. It comes in all sorts of different dimensions, so that depending on what kind of command strip and how much you need it, this by far I find is the easiest way to do anything in your kitchen or any shelf where not shelf, door where you want some extra storage, but you don't want the depth, or you don't want to have to drill into a hollow core door, because if you've ever done it before, it doesn't work. The wood is just not thick enough to hold a screw well enough that for any sort of weight. But you can put like 50-pound command strips on the back of this, or some really good double stick tape, get it really adhered to the door, and then use your OpenGrid to store spices, sauce packets, whatever your heart desires. So, because you can then pair it with something like this, so you can put your, whatever you're putting on your door. So, great system, really easy. There are a bunch of different people who have designed these, so if you look at this and say, hey, I have one too, these were the ones that I use, so that's what I went with. If you look for any of the adhesive backed OpenGrid, there's a bunch of them. You just pick which one you like the best. So my next one is kind of fun. So we've got, it's a desk clamp. So you just put it on the side of your desk, and it's got 2 OpenGrid on it. So what you can do at that point is just take any OpenGrid and snap it on here. And then clamp it to your desk. Or clamp it to your desk, whichever way you want. So then all you can have to do is just snap in your holder. So like, I actually printed this one for me because I'm going to put it on the side of my desk. I'm going to put pens in it so that they're out of the way, because I can put them off to the side of the desk, but I can still reach them and it's not actually taking up desk space. So this one was by, wow, quagzlor. I'm really, really sorry. It's Q-U-A-Q, sorry, Q-U-A-G-Z-I-O-R. The good thing is, you know, this isn't AI generated because no one would program this. Anyhow, so, but it clamps onto any size desk. I assume that if you had a deeper desk, you could scale this out this way. You just don't want to scale it in any way that touches the hole. So, you know, if you're, you know, you could do X to make this gap bigger and it would make this deeper, but if you go Y or Z, it's going to change the diameter of the hole. So if you're going to use this, just keep that in mind. You know, the nice part is you can literally, you know, set this up so you can have this any place you want. You know, so if you want it above your desk, you can do that as well. So it's a really fun system. I'm going to take this one out and put it on my desk after I finish filming. Our next one by hapeba, H-A-P-E-B-A, is really fun. So they created basically table stands, which if you're familiar with Connect 4, it's what it reminds me of. So, and the nice part about this is you're not fixed to a size. So you basically, you come in and you put, there's 2 side pieces, right? So there's one top piece and one side piece. So that you get table legs, which is really, really handy, because if you want to just go ahead and push this in from both sides, you can make this as big or as small as you want. You know, for me, I'm thinking like, whoop, I just broke that. This is because my X1 carbon, the nozzle needed to be changed. So don't take it that the model doesn't work. I realized that after I had finished printing everything for this video that it was not doing quality prints. So that is a distracted dragon problem, not a design issue. So, but you can see these things just sit really nice, and I didn't get that one snapped all the way in, but I don't want to because it'll probably break, so I'll have to reprint these. But you can put anything on here, so you can actually, you know, snap in any of your OpenGrid compatible. So you could use Multiconnect, or you could use OpenConnect, or you could use mount to anything. The list goes on and on. If you look through my playlist of OpenGrid tutorials, you'll see all the different methods to do this for. The nice part is I could see this really being handy for like a soldering station, or if you were doing like miniature painting, you could have all your paints up on this and your brushes, so you could just set it aside when you don't need it, pull it out when you do. It's a great thing. Sorry that broke, because that's really handy. I'll just have to go reprint those. And then the last one I just saw today on Reddit. So, you know, we talked about Gridfinity before. It's everywhere. You know, I really like Gridfinity. I use this in a lot of my shop stuff. I actually have Alexander Chappelle's system, the Modu system, in all my desks, because that was out before Gridfinity. So I actually had done all my deskwear in Modu. He just renamed it. I can't remember, but he had a grid-based system. It's a 55 millimeter square as opposed to the 42 millimeter. But he has specific size containers, which I really like. So I had done my entire office that way. It's a really great system if you haven't checked it out. He sells the plans over at alch.shop. Not sponsored or anything, I just really like the system. And I don't think it gets enough credit for what the amount of work that Alexander put into it. But anyhow, so this is Gridfinity. So, but This is Grog. So it's Grog, the Infinity OpenGrid Stand. So by Eric S. So I just saw this on over on Reddit. So let me just pull this off so I can use this, so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's a series of plates. So it's got the standard Gridfinity plate on the bottom. So if you have a desk set up that has Gridfinity already on it, this is great. So you just snap any piece of OpenGrid into here, and then it comes with two pieces. So you go with the standard piece that goes in just like any of the other, and then it's got a little screw. The nice part is you can put these in, and then he's got reverse, so it gives you extra connectivity, so you get better support on it. And this would be much easier with a screwdriver, so I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me do all this. You know, I had a fun incident where I had these on my BQ plate, and I popped one and it went underneath the baker's rack where my storage is, and it will never be found again. So, but you can take and just put these in, screw them down, and then you can once again take and put whatever grid or bin or anything you want on it. So really handy system. Having the Gridfinity, in the garage, I'm actually thinking this would be really nice to do a larger set, maybe 2 plates with a, you know, like this size, you know, like an 8x8 or an 8x9, and then have, I have some Gridfinity sitting on top of my work bench, not bench, the drawer system that I have. And so I have a Gridfinity grid on that, so I could actually put these at the back, so I could hang like my pliers and stuff that I grab all the time off here. So great system. Literally, it came out, I think, 2 days ago, and it's just really cool. I love how it is a combination of Gridfinity and OpenGrid. You know, the community around OpenGrid is just amazingly talented. If you're out on Maker's World or Printables and you're looking at stuff, the amount of stuff that has started since David D first pitched this idea over on Katie's Discord channel, you know, it's just amazing. Andy, Blackjack Duck, David, Katie, Hands on Katie, Pedro, myself, a lot of people have put a lot of time and effort, and the community has just responded, you know, a crazy amount. So it's really exciting for me. I love doing the how-to videos because it's kind of how my brain works. So I hope that these are helpful. I'm always on the OpenGrid channel on Reddit, so if you ever have questions, please ping me there, or you can go down in the comments. I'm going to link my playlist for all the OpenGrid tutorials over here, so you can take a look at them. The next video up, hopefully, if all my pieces ever arrive, is going to be the enclosure for my A1 Mini. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. So until next time, this is Patrick from Distracted Dragon Makes. This project has flown. Let's go hatch the next one. Bye.